Another day, another Arsenal draw, and I don't know. According to Sam, he's saying our tactics for Real Madrid. Not true.
Well, I'm not dancing today. But honestly, I don't even feel sad because I don't know. This is the first time in a long time I don't care about us drawing a game.
In the Premier League.
Yeah, in the Premier League, it's just like a passerby and all those things. I don't know. We obviously did not care about this game, and I don't know why we'll be sweating for 90 minutes for a league that is already over. So let's just next season. And aside from that, it's so annoying that I don't know. Whenever Arsenal are topping the league, you cannot see us giving this kind of like the people second. Like you cannot see them giving this kind of space for Arsenal. It's so frustrating that okay, this game season is almost over with like how many games left, and the
Eight
guys,
games now. Abi.
the guys at the top are using how many points to pass you? It does not make sense now. It
How
does
many
not.
points now? 10, Abby?
I think 11, something like
10.
that.
10.
10. It does not really make sense. It just it does. Aside from that, this is the only. This is my only annoyance. If we are actually second with like 3 points or four, it would have been better. But this is fucking 10. This is 10. It does not really
And
make
Liverpool have
sense.
not even played.
And Liverpool have not played. Last season, last week they lost. We drew. This today again we are drawing. At least come on now. I'm not trying to say oh we want to win the league or want to be first, but at least the gap does not really make sense. How can you draw 11 games, 12 games this season? How can you draw? Like what are you playing that you are drawing? And I'm not trying to say oh it's our fault also. Most of the time the ref, the Premier League as a whole, and the foolish injuries that just came all of a sudden.
If you say you're not bothered about the Premier League again, why are you bothered about the point difference between
No,
both sides?
because it does not make sense. It does not really make sense. Although we all know that okay, from the start of the season, it has been obvious that okay, there are things that are going to be shaky and all those things. But the point is, just imagine we've topped the league twice, right? And how many points did we use in passing City? Like City that were second. It does not make sense now. At least if if it was like 3 or 2 or even if it's 5, say 5 would have been better, but this one 10 points with outstanding does not make sense now.
Okay, the subs now, the whole formation change and everything, personnel change. Will you have preferred the guys that came off from the bench to start, or you like it as it is like this?
Like I said, we honestly do not care about this game. Ateta does not care. This was the same thing he did against Everton. Nobody cared about the game. Even the fans themselves, they did not care about the game. So the substitution, though he's obviously resting players for Madrid,
Yeah.
but I would have preferred okay if honestly if Ateta really cared about this game, he would have started like the big guys first.
Then drop them off.
Yes, then drop them off like when they've killed the game, like everything. Bring in the other guys, like them Tierney and all that. Bring them second half also. But he did not actually care, so he just wanted to like put like he just want. We honestly don't have a second 11. If we had a complete second 11, mind you, I think I would have played them even without bringing all these guys, James Saka and all that. So I would have preferred for me if we really needed a point from this game, if we really needed a point for this game, I'd have brought in like them Saka and everybody, brought them in first half, second half, 60 minutes after the game is almost over, take them out and all that. So that's what I would have done, preferably.
The guys that don't start normally, the Zinchenko's, Tierney, and who else again? Who else again? Zinchenko, Tierney, who else again? Play this game again. That doesn't know.
Jorginho.
Jorginho, them. Did anybody impress you to deserve a consideration for Madrid, even if he's not starting, like to be in the squad?
I've always been a fan of Tierney. I've liked him. I've always liked him, and he has ever since he came back. Even if he has not played complete minutes and all those things, he has been there. Like when he comes on, he gives like look at he gives that pass. He even scored, but unfortunately it was offside.
Yeah.
So he's been good. For me, I would have preferred him, even if it's just like 10 minutes against Madrid. He should just come on. Has been I don't know what happened to Jorginho. Jorginho is so annoying, like fucking
What did Jorginho
annoying.
do to you?
Because if you know that you cannot, if you know that you can, although I'm not blaming him, I'll blame Arteta for like just packing in everyone at once. But for God's sake, if you know your leg or your head is going to break, you should have just signaled.
How will he know now?
Oh, if you are, oh, he's obviously tired. He's an old man for fuck's sake.
Should be now person jam am.
Yeah.
That don't know hey,
Yeah,
person
so
jam am so.
yo, but oh no, if he knows that he does not have stamina, at least he should just have
That's the problem.
signaled before Ateta those guys. And Ateta, for God's sake, why are you bringing in everybody at once? Why? Why are you bringing in everybody at once? I mean, if I just keep us, we even played against Denmark for the first time in history of Arsenal this season and last season that we are playing 10 men and it's not the fault of the ref.
Or red card.
Or red card. It's not the fault of the ref. Can you imagine?
Anyways, are you one of those also worried about the form of Odegaard now? Because it's not really like he was on a mad form before, but all those not shooting, overthinking and all that. Are you worried about Odegaard's form?
Today, Odegaard was very poor. Like, he was poor.
And in recent games.
Yes, and in recent games, there are some points that they will tell Odegaard, like today, Odegaard shoots. Even if he's not going to enter, at least give an attempt and shoot the ball. He does not shoot. That's just his problem right now. He does not shoot. You have the opportunity to shoot the ball, and he does not. Instead, he will pass it back. His form is it's so obvious, and I don't know if he does not see it, or they don't talk about it behind closed doors. Because obviously we are not going to know what they are saying there. But at least he should improve. This is not from, like, ever since he went on that injury and came back, he has not been the same. He has not been the same.
Will you bench him ahead of Madrid?
No, I can't. I won't bench him.
If you need someone to be shooting at, you just bring Trossard or one already and for that number 10.
Or Rice. Just bring in Rice to shoot. And Partey again, see Partey. I don't know, but she just give him like 5 years contract.
Hey.
I don't know. Just give him that contract. He should just sign. See, he played right back. He was there. He played right back today. He was there.
He has been good, but not 5 years.
We all know that anytime Partey plays right back, there's always a disaster. But today he just proved us right. Like, okay, today I just have to do my thing. He's so good. Even look at that goal. See, honestly, if I'm not mistaken, if it was Odegaard that was in that position, Odegaard will not shoot. He will pass the ball. Look see how we all know that Partey is slow, but he shoots. He did. First goal in a long time. He has been so good. Like, I don't understand. And the most surprising thing of all this thing is that we all complain about injuries, all the whole problem. We know that we've been complaining about injuries today, this one, that one. But Partey has been here. See, when he sat down today to do this thing, Shingan, my heart, I was like, Jesus, what do I do? Like, until the camera like zoomed in and we're okay, he's trying to do his boot and all that. Just imagine if he had gone. And we all know that Partey, if he's injured, it's like 10 years. 10 years. And do you know the worst part of all these things? Do you know the worst part of Partey's injuries? Is that it's when we have like a big game in hand. Don't jinx it. Oh my Jesus. Okay. Let me keep my mouth shut. Exactly. Let me keep my mind. But for today's game, I honestly don't care about the results. Honestly, I don't care about the results. I'm just so angry with this gap that we are used. Like, how can you be second at that with this gap? For fuck. When is no. Anyway, I think it's a Liverpool something, because if you notice, when they won the league, during that COVID time, that gap that they used in passing City too, it was long. It was longer. So I think it's their thing, but it does not really make sense now. At least, anyways, what is making me angry? Why will you draw 11 games this season? 12. When we are not draw soup. It's just like our highlights now, red card and draw.
Anyways, anybody around the same man of the match, because you didn't win. So any standout performance for you today?
Standout performance, Partey today. I think he's my man of the match.
Is it because of the goal or even
no? For God's sake, it's not about the goal. I even forgot. If not, I wanted to compare him and Odegaard. I even forgot he scored.
Well.
Like, he's been here. He has been so good.
Final
thoughts. Yeah, we just complete the rest in Spain. Since we cannot do well. See, Arsenal keep clean sheets at the Emirates. They cannot do that. We can only do that against Madrid. That's the only thing we can do. So let's just complete the rest. Since in England it's a jinx, let's just see if you can do something in Spain and then move over to Germany.
What's up for Germany?
Finals now. Did they play?
Okay, you want to go from quarter final to final?
I don't know how.
Well done. Carry the mic.
Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I beg, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.